What's up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, this is my name, and today I'll be teaching you how I made these high-waisted bikini bottoms. They are really beautiful and they have this mesh touch around the waist, and I gave it this beautiful edging of peacoat. I really love how they look, and they are adjustable to your size. I added a string here to tie around the waist. So I hope you will like this tutorial, and if you don't, please let me know how I can improve it and do better. So this tutorial was requested by my Instagram follower who asked me to make a tutorial on this, and I decided to do it this week because as you all know, on Monday we had a tutorial for this top here. So I decided to make some matching buttons for it. So I think this is going to be a nice set. And I'm going to leave the link to the top part in the description box. So in case you'd like to try it out, the link will be down below so you can check it out. With that being said, let's get to the video. So grab your materials and let's get started. You're going to need a tape measure, some pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and some yarn of your choice. I'll be using Robin, it's 100% acrylic, but you can use any good yarn that you can get, especially if it's cotton. There you're good to go. I will also be doubling my strands just so that I can achieve the medium weight yarn. So we're going to start with a slip knot. I'm making a size medium, and I'm going to start with a chain of 50, and I'm going to start with the back part of the bottoms. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me meet you back once I have 50 chains. So I have now made a chain of 50. So you're going to add an additional of 2 chains so that you can create that turning point. So, and you're going to skip those 2 chains and make a half double crochet into the next stitch. So I'm going to be working through these back loops. Like, you just turn the chain like this and work through these loops that you see at the back. So I'm skipping these 2 chains and making a half double crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over and make a half double crochet into the next stitch, and you are repeating that until you get to the end of the chain, making half double crochet until you get to the end. Okay, so let me meet you back at the end of our chain. So once you get to the end of the row, well, I made a chain of 50, so these are 50 stitches. So you're going to chain 2 and turn your work. And for the second row and the rest of the rows that we're going to be making, we are going to start decreasing at the end here, rather at the beginning and at the end of our work. So to decrease, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook in the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then you should have 1 2 3 4 5 stitches on your hook, and you're going to pull through all the 5 stitches, and there you have made your first decrease of half double crochet. And from here you're going to yarn over and make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, yarn over and make another half double crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to make half double crochets in all the stitches until you have 2 stitches left at the end. So make half double crochets in each stitch until you have 2 stitches left at the end. So once you get to the end and you have 2 stitches left, you're going to yarn over and end the row with a decrease. So insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, you will have 3 left on your hook, yarn over again, insert your hook into that very last stitch, pull up a loop, and you'll have 5 loops on your hook, and pull through all the 5 loops of your hook, and then chain 2 and turn your work. So we're now on row 3 and we are decreasing again. We're going to be doing this, repeating this until we have a total of 20 rows, 20 or 19. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop and pull through all the loops on your hook, and then make half double crochets in each stitch until you have 2 stitches left at the end. So go ahead and make half double crochets until you get to the end, and make a decrease for the last 2 stitches. So I now have 2 stitches left, and what you're going to do is yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over again, insert your hook into that last stitch, pull up a loop and pull through all the loops on your hook. So that's what you're going to repeat until you have a total of 20 rows or 19. So I'm going to go ahead and make mine. I'll get back and show you what I have. I completed my 20 rows here, and this is what I have. I'm going to measure it so you can know how long it is. These are 20 rows and it's 6 inches long, and it's about 10 inches for the width. It's 10 inches wide. So for the next 10 rows, we're not going to be making any decreases. You're just going to keep it straight making the normal half double crochets and keeping all the edges straight. So make half double crochet in each stitch. Okay, and these are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Those are 9 stitches for the crochet. Chain 2, turn your work, make half double crochets in each stitch. So that's the row you're going to repeat until you have the crotch part long enough to how you want it. So I'll meet you back once I have 10 rows, and then I'll be showing you what to do after that. I went ahead and made 13 rows for the crotch part, and we are now going to start increasing so that our work can start to get wider for the front part of our bottoms. You're now going to chain 2, turn your work, and you're going to make two half double crochets into the next stitch. So make 2 half double crochets in there. So that's an increase, and then make 1 half double crochets in each stitch here until you have 2 stitches left. So you're going to make two half double crochets into the next stitch. Make 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, and make 1 half double crochet into that last stitch right here. Make 1, and then chain 2 and turn your work, yarn over. In that first stitch, make 2 half double crochets, make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, make 2 half double crochets into that next stitch, and make 1 half double crochet into that last stitch. And that's what you should have. And as you can see, it has started to widen here. Okay, so that's the row we're going to repeat. I'm going to go ahead and make the rows, and then I'll get back and show you how many rows I have done for this front part of our bottoms. I have completed my front part of our bottoms, and I have made 17 rows starting from here up to the end here. These are 17 rows, and as you can see, I changed color here. We're now going to extend our bikini to be a high waist, and to do that you need to figure out how many inches they are from that part, from the front part to the back. So after you've figured out how long it is from the front part of your bottoms to the back part, you're going to make a chain that's long enough just to cover that area, and you're going to attach it to the back part with a slip stitch. In my case, I had to chain 20 for both sides, and I attached with a slip stitch. So you're going to do the same thing, but keep in mind that the yarn is stretchy, so you don't want to make a chain that's too long. So once you have your 20 chains, you're going to grab the back part and attach it. Just pull through and then chain one and pull that tight. And you're going to do the same thing on this other part. So you're going to reattach the yarn on this corner and make another chain of 20 or whatever number you had to chain, and attach it to this other corner. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Grab the back part and make a slip stitch. Join with a slip stitch right there. So from here, that's what we have. So once you have attached it here, you're going to make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and in the third stitch make a single crochet. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet into the next. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and make a single crochet into the third stitch. And you're going to repeat that until you get to the chain here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2, so once you get to the chain, you are still going to chain 5, and you're going to skip 2 stitches. So for me, I have 2 here, so I'm going to make a single crochet into this next stitch. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and make a single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 5, skip 1, 2, and make a single crochet into the next stitch. Oops. So you're going to keep repeating that all the way around, and you'll need to do the same on this chain as well until you get back to where we started making the chains from. So once you get to the end of our chains, of the first row making chains, you are going to chain 5 again. That's 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to make a single crochet in this chain space. like that, and then you're going to chain 5. That's 1 2 3 4 5. So from here you're going to turn your work and make a single crochet in that next chain space, chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, single crochet into the next chain space, 2 3 4 5, make a single crochet into the next chain space, and you're going to repeat that until you get back to where we've just started off from. So I'm now towards the end of my row 2 for the mesh part. So from here you're going to make a single crochet into the next chain space, and then you're going to chain 5, turn your work. It really doesn't matter whether you turn or keep going. When you turn, it helps you to know where you started the previous row from. So as you can see, if I don't turn, it's going to be like I'm working in rounds without the end of the row or something like that. So but it really doesn't matter for this part. You can just go around as long as you can count them. You're going to repeat these 2 rows until you have a total of 15 rows altogether. So I'm going to make the rest of the rows off camera, and I'll get back and show you what I have after I have made my 15 rows. So in the corner here it might look like it's baggy or something like that, like it's folding. Don't worry about it. The more chains you make, it's going to be just how you want it to be. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that. I'll meet you back once you have 15 rows completed. I completed my 15 rows for the mesh part, and this is what I have right now. I made 2 rows for the red color and then reattached my neon green and completed it with that same color. So these are 15 rows for the mesh part. I also went ahead and completed this part for this leg hole, and we're going to work on this second one together, and we're just going to do the same thing I did on this other side. So you're going to end the row with a slip stitch in the last stitch or the last chain space. Chain 1 and cut the yarn. So you're going to grab whatever color you are using, and I'm going to reattach it from the crotch part. So insert your hook anywhere and reattach the yarn. I'm going to work over this strand, chain 1, and in that same space make a single crochet, make a single crochet into the next row, like that. I don't know whether it's clear. So you're going to make another single crochet into the next you know that line that separates the 2 rows. you're going to be placing there one single crochet and another single crochet between the row, and you're going to continue like that, making single crochet all the way around. So your work should be looking like that, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. So once you get to this part where we had to chain, you're going to be making three single crochets in each chain space. So make 3 single crochet in that space, make 3 single crochets into the next space, 3 single crochets into the next, one missing there, make 3 single crochets into the next chain space, and here. So from here you're going to continue making the single crochets like how you did on this part. So make single crochets, and I will meet you back at the end of this row. Once you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch in that first single crochet you made, chain 1 and cut the yarn. So I'm now going to change color to red. Make a knot. And I'm going to reattach it right here where I just ended the row from. So you're going to chain 4. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in that same space you are going to make a slip stitch. Okay, and that's what you should have. And then you're going to make 2 single crochets. That's 1, 2, and you're going to make another one into the next stitch like that, and then chain 4. So once you have the 4 stitches, you're going to pass your hook through the stitches right here. Hope you see it. So this is where you are inserting your hook and going through those 2 loops like that, and then you're going to slip stitch. Okay, and by doing that you get that little picot, and we're going to repeat what we just did there. So make 3 single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, and on this third one, that's where we're making the picot edging. So you're chaining 4, and then you're passing through your hook, you're passing your hook through these 2 loops right there, and then make a slip stitch. Then repeat, make 3 single crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 4, and make a picot there, and repeat that same thing. So you're going to repeat that until you get back to this side where we started off from. So go ahead and repeat this row until you get back to the end here. So I have ended the row with 2 single crochets. This one is a little bit too tight, but you're making the slip stitch in the space where you attached your first chain from. So insert your hook in there and make a slip stitch, and then chain 1 and cut the yarn, and then pull that tight. So guys, this is what we have, and this marks the end of our tutorial for today. And these are the bottoms that we have made. I really love how they are. So you'll just make a chain, and you're going to weave it through these first loops that you have, these chain spaces. You're going to pass your chain through that. I think I'll pass it at the back here. I'll be tying it from this side. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next tutorial.